Fun part, no one tested the backup access. That means everyone has the access to restore. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you regularly see new content on data privacy. We are going to talk about having access to restore and how dangerous could that be for privacy. The problem is very simple. We all work with the assumption we have taken the backups, we are safe. Many organizations don't even test recoveries, right? We do have operational dependency, but we don't treat it as a privacy risk. What is important right now is not whether it got recovered or not, but what is important right now is, do we know who is recovering it? I know many organizations where a new employee will get the same laptop as the previous employee. Some don't even format the disk, right? Just create a new folder. And many of them, even if they have formatted the disk just to conserve backup product license, they would reuse the license that was being used on that system before formatting, right? That means that the new employee has an access if he can recover the data of the old employee because his backup account now shows or gives him access to his ex-employee's data. So the reality is that the backup contains everything and really depends. You talk of servers, file servers, you talk of databases, you talk of even desktops and laptops, right? Scenarios kind that I told you right now. There is data in there. There's critical data in there. Not everyone needs to have an access to or should have an access to it. There's there. You need to be careful about it. The real problem comes up when nobody even reviews the access to backup. You have backup admins, you have vendors, you have support teams, and nobody has seen what is happening to backups. Well, backups are there. Is there a recovery register that people follow? Is there a recovery report that anyone checks? Suppose a user ends up recovering data of another user who was backed up using the same account earlier. Or by mistake, you have given him access to recover someone else's account. Or even the backup admin just goes there and recovers the backups from the system, even servers and databases that he does not need. What about the vendor who is managing your backups? What about the support teams involved? Is there anyone who is monitoring the recoveries? Important, because then the one who is recovering is taking your data, has a visibility to your data, even historical one. So the restore can create an exposure. Data restored outside production, in test environments, can create a lot of problems. The hard truth is, old data quietly returns, deleted records completely disappear, legacy exposure continues in the system, visibility becomes weak. People are not able to see what is happening around with the data. Organizations miss privacy in backups. The retention matters, governance matters, even access matters. But then there are issues that do create problems. And the fact that privacy can get impacted because there could be backups of personal information. DPDP says data stored with you in any format, even as a backup, archive, or after the backups, is your responsibility. You may be storing backups for the sake of some other compliance other than DPDP. It's possible. DPDP says if any other compliance has longer retention, you have to store data. But then you need to be careful that not anyone and everyone can just restore it and access it the way they want. What do mature organizations do? They ensure that the restores are done on approvals, not just like that. Restore access is given only to very, very important super admins, and they are periodically reviewed for restores. Important thing as a common failure is that the backup security focuses on availability. The entire purpose of backups is to govern and help availability. Recoveries are prioritized, privacy is ignored, and the governance is overlooked, which actually creates problems. Fact, backups remember, but we forget. So we need to be very careful with backups, and we cannot ignore them just like that. So that's about backups and the kind of access you provide to your backup admins or restore admins or your super admins. I hope you like the content of the video. Please press the bell and the like icon, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please share feedback in the comment section. Thank you.